Hey, what's up guys? This is Waffles and welcome back to some more Medieval 2. Today we have a 3v3 taking place on a map called Irish Flats. You can get this map by joining ARM's Discord and clicking on the MP Mod Maps link in the Discord page. So we're going to be taking a look at the armies really quickly. We have How Do You Do commanding the rebels. He's got a nice mix of cavalry. He's got Norman Knights, Polish Knights, General's Bodyguard. He's got this awesome unit, Free Company Men-at-Arms with the halberds. He's got Unhorsed Knights over here. These guys are like Christian Guard infantry. And he's got a nice mix of dismounted mercenary knights. He brought 5 Pavese crossbowmen. And yeah. So his opponent is Connor. He's got 3 Aventurier. He's got a nice pike line over here made up of pikemen and dismounted feudal knights. And he's got his cavalry kind of like at an angle. This is called refusing the flank. It was made very popular by Alexander the Great during the Battle of Gaugamela when he faced the Persian king Darius. But he did it with his pike line instead of his cavalry. So next up we have the Lado commanding the Turks. He's bringing a bunch of halberd militia, a bunch of Janissary heavy infantry. No Nafatoons, which surprised me. I always bring Nafatoons as the Turks. He's bringing dismounted Sipahi Lancers. This is the best, or the second best spear unit in the game besides Papal Guard. He's got some regular Sipahi Lancers mounted. He's got Kwapakulu, and he's got a couple of Sipahi horse archers. And for his skirmishing force, he's got Ottoman infantry. And the last army on this team is commanded by Teutonic Elite. This is a very good player, very elite actually, as his name says. And he's got a mix of Hospitallers, Knights Hospitallers, dismounted feudal knights. He's got Venetian heavy infantry, and he's got really decked out pike militia with lots of upgrades. And of course, you can't go wrong with Stradiots. Where are they? They're over here. They're about to attack my crossbow line. So this is me, Waffles. I have some Knights Hospitallers, obviously. I have General's Bodyguard. And I have 4 Genoese crossbowmen as my skirmishing force. I have dismounted broken lances, super upgraded pike militia. I love the way they look, it's super upgraded. I love all that armor. I have dismounted feudal knights, dismounted broken lances, and another unit here of Knights Templar. And you know, it's kind of weird. I went I went kind of like in a weird direction. I went from the rebels to France to Turks, and I kind of skipped over Spain. But Spain is commanded by Rogue Nyan from Reaction Clan. This is a very old Medieval 2 clan, very good players. He has 5 Pavese crossbowmen. He's got some Tercio pikemen, some dismounted chivalric knights, mounted chivalric knights, and a bunch of super upgraded heavy conquistadors. Yeah, so that's pretty much his army. Let's take a look at the action, and that's gonna be happening right over here actually. So Teutonic League gets a really nice charge on my Genoese crossbowmen, and I'm trying to respond with my Knights Hospitallers, but they're just so slow. Sometimes you can catch Stradiots with heavy cavalry, but you really have to coordinate yourself well, and you have to make sure that your opponent I guess kind of messes up, which in his case he's not really gonna mess up. He's a very good player. So what's gonna happen here is I'm actually gonna attack him because I just lost like a bunch of men in this unit. I'm down to 14, 59, 29, 40, and he still has a bunch of his Pavese crossbowmen. And the way that I'm going to do it is a little bit unorthodox, I guess, because I tend to sometimes not march in formation. But what you want to do with pikemen when you have a pike build with heavy infantry supporting them is you want to go ahead and make sure your pike militia are always in front of your infantry, just like this, so that enemy cavalry doesn't try to charge into your pike militia and die to the pikemen. And so I'm coming up here, and I really shouldn't have stopped right here in the center. I should have really kept going, but I think I just wanted like my infantry to catch up, because these guys are just walking. But the thing is that while they're standing here, they're just like getting shot to death, so that's not good. You know, that's the thing about replays. When you rewatch them, you're like, oh no, why did I do that? I thought I kept going, you know. During battle, you're just making so many decisions at once. And the one that I'm making here is I'm actually dragging and dropping my infantry to be in front of my pikemen to protect them. And here comes the start of the charges. I actually try to entrap this cavalry unit here. And Teutonic Elite's general actually charged and died right into my pike wall. So that was really good for me. I got really lucky there. When you're attacking, you want to make sure your general's safe. That was kind of like an AI move there. But one of the things that is going to go wrong in this battle is, if you notice, he kind of sends his infantry line a little bit like slanted towards the right. So it kind of like overlaps on my left flank. So he's going to try to go around my flank. But the thing is that because he made it shorter on this side too, I can also do the same thing on his side. But I'm going to choose to go ahead and help out my infantry on the left side. When you're playing with these Italian factions, you really want to bring a standard. These guys already have wavering morale. They're shaken. And I get a nice cav charge here into a bunch of infantry. And so Venetian heavy infantry, nonetheless. And they start breaking. I get some help here from my ally, Rogue Nyan. He's going to come in and try to ward off this these units of Hospitalers trying to flank around me. And it looks like one of his units here is getting caught up. And you have pikemen breaking, Venetian heavy infantry breaking. You really don't want to lose your generals so early like that. So we're going to come back to this battle in a second. I just want to see what's going to happen here in the center, because we have the Turks and Spain clashing. He's sending in his Sipahi Lancers, his Kwapakulu. And France is trying to help his ally, but he's kind of like not paying attention. So he gets a really good charge here. France is bringing up his cavalry. He's doing the same thing that I was doing, but he's doing it better, like a lot neater. You want to approach with a nice pike line just like this, and your infantry line following behind. One of the things you want to avoid though is cavalry coming around your flank like that, so you want to always have some protection. You know, you don't want to stack all your cavalry on one flank. And Howda's doing a really good thing here. He's sending up his cav killing infantry, the Free Company Men-at-Arms. These guys are great at killing cavalry with their pole axes. And the thing about this formation is that it's so slow that you can really be easily outnumbered here. Howda gets a really nice charge here into that infantry unit, and this is why you don't want to have your infantry exposed. That unit went from being a unit of 60 to just 18 after that charge. And now Connor has to worry about his right flank collapsing. But it looks like he's doing well here on this side. He routed a unit of Polish Knights. And he's got the general's bodyguard from Howda. And the general is there trapped amongst noble cav. But the thing is that one cav unit was able to, or those two cav units, they were able to completely encircle all his infantry. And now Connor's in a lot of trouble. Connor's in a lot of trouble. He's only got his cavalry and his missile units left. Meanwhile, Spain, with his infantry, you really don't want to fight Spain with halberds. It's just not going to go well because of the two-handed bug in this game. And so the Turks' infantry is pretty much all gone. There's some Hashashim fighting here, but the Turks are going to be gone pretty soon. It looks like France's general is dead. And even though Venice's general was the first to die, when you're facing off against a really good player like this, like Teutonic Elite, he will do everything he can to still win, and he's definitely proving that here. He's still giving me trouble after killing his general and routing pretty much all his infantry and all his forces. He's only got this unit of Pavis crossbow militia, some heavy infantry, and some cavalry left over. But he can still cause a lot of trouble just with that alone. And my infantry is trying to chase down his Stratiats. Venice's infantry is routing. And it looks like Spain has pretty much cleaned up the Turks. There's not much left of them. There's some Janissary heavy infantry, some Sipahi lancers, some Sipahi missile archers. So that's about it. And Howdah really did well here, cleaning up this side of the battlefield early. Usually if you can get your cavalry in first to flank around and get the first rear charge in, you're pretty much guaranteed to win the infantry fight that way. You hammer and anvil your way into the enemy's rear infantry line. So good job guys, good job Howdah and Nyan. Looks like they're gonna finish cleaning up the Turks here. They're gonna be firing into the horse archers. And I still have like 3 knights coming back to the battlefield. We're still trying to kill Teutonic Elite. But that's okay, all he's got left are some Stratiats. And I sent some heavy infantry to kill his Pavis crossbows that were left over. So yeah man, this was a really fun game. Really fun game. So GG Teutonic Elite. Very tough, but I kind of wish your general didn't die right in the beginning. Nice jobs getting the most kills, and these are my kills. Looks like well actually no, this is Howdah's kills. He's the one that sent in the replay. So thank you Howdah for the replay. Looks like his unit of Pavis crossbows got the most kills, 64, and his unit of Polish knights. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.